We are live. Back at you, Friday, June 18th, 2021. Let's get after it. I was late hopping on today, guys. I had to make another video for my mentor for their YouTube channel. So I had to do that this afternoon and a couple other errands. So I was late hopping on today, but I was going to be pretty backed off on doing any live trading honestly today, just because it's the end of the day, it's the end of the crazy week, the FOMC announcement, and also the triple witching as well. So I'm going to just, do my analysis, talk about what I'm grateful for, talk about what I'm going to do next week, and then if it trade opportunity develops, then I might take it, but I'm not planning on sticking around until the close of the day as well. So let's just jump right in. One thing that I wanted to say is if you guys aren't following me on my other social channels, on Twitter or LinkedIn or Instagram, Facebook, we're across all those channels now. You can trade Triumph. The only one that's different is Twitter, where they have a 15-character limit, so it's train trade TRMPH. So that's it. But otherwise, we are on everywhere that you are, and we're going to be posting regularly now. This is going to be a lifestyle for us. This is a lifestyle. Anyways, let's jump in to my notes. All right, so Friday, June 18th, grateful for. If you guys remember the last 3 days this week that I started live trading again, I was grateful for my tools, my emotional and technological tools. Today it was I was grateful for my team. I was so angry for all this. Yesterday I said that I'm grateful for trust in myself in the universe, trust that I'm on the right path, trust that I will know what to do. Trust in the that is giving me. So I learned 3 T's. Today's a bonus T, and I am grateful for. I needed this first to be that going along with what I'm grateful for, and that is teeth. Not physically, but metaphorically. I'm grateful that I have the grit, that I have the tenacity to be able to follow through on things. I mean, right now there's many things that's in my mind. I'm supposed to take that with TT, with some of the things I have done with my coaching, both reading and that's it. I am following myself, and I'm ready to step up. Just grateful for my teeth. What I mean by that is, let me say tenacity. Let me just say that. Maybe that's more clear that I'm saying I'm grateful for my tenacity instead. So, for me sticking to it, regardless of internal or external doubts, challenges. That's pretty, especially yesterday, man. The after I just had doubts just assaulting me, just like, how do I overcome this? Even right now, this is, like, what is going on? Why am I in FPS? Every guy I can find someone who's an expert in results, like, not touch stuff. But it's like 20 FPS. Give me the full FPS, not too much. Really too much, man. But yeah, just these coming in. Like, am I ready for that? Like, am I ready to be able to do what I want to do next? And I am. I just put that to bed. I just got after it, and thanks to my team that is unconditionally supporting me. You know who you are. I've been able to put one foot in front of the other and just take the steps needed that are in front of me and not worry about all that stuff in the future. Just do what's in front of me. And for the first time in my life, I believe in what I'm doing specifically like that is coming forth of my own accord. Not joining someone else's mission, but my own mission. Like I've believed in what I'm doing for a long time, but now I really see that there is a path forward with TTT. So starting off with that. Okay, so let's jump into the analysis then. All right, so on the higher time frame, what do we got here? We, as expected, went up to the 38.2% level, and then in the overnight session, it plummeted from 42.20 to 41.67. One thing I'm noticing with these changes is, one second, guys. Just disturbances here that is throwing me off. One second, I'll be right back. Alright guys, back 100%. Okay, so let's do this. So one thing that I've noticed is my higher time frame hypothesis have been pretty on point. So, and instead of resorting just to the end of day trading strategies, I think I can do the beginning of the day as well. So in the evening time, look at these setups happening. And so, for example, last night, you had this 38.2% level and it backed off. So I could have just looked to enter. I could have just looked to enter at that 38.2% level, have the high, have the stop loss just over the high, and have my target at the 127% level. So just taking advantage of the fact that I'm reading the market right, that these moves are happening in the overnight session, and I can still take advantage of actually day trading, but set something up so that I can take advantage of these that markets are giving me. So don't make it harder on myself. So I mean, this literally came right now. Just like looking at this, I mean, on point. I mean, just amazing. You know, just have this for my target, and price would move what 42.19 to 41.67, 77, 87, 97, 7, 50 points, man. 50 points with 3 contracts. That's with one contract that is 2,500, $7,500 right there. That could have made overnight just in that move right there. So, and these opportunities may not come every time, and obviously I'll be risking a little bit, but I don't have to risk too much, and the potential is much higher because I'm allowing for these much larger moves to happen in the overnight session. So I will be more cognizant of that, and instead of just looking at, maybe I will spend some time in the evening after the market opens to see how it reacts, and look to place an entry, around 5. So maybe what I'll do is I'll stay through the afternoon session. Do what I need to do on social media, because I do have some goals that I want to work on. Posting on social media, maybe writing, doing some things like interacting, just things to improve the channel anyways. Having calls, taking calls, whatever, going for a walk, and then coming back when market opens up again. Then, entering a position if there is an availability to do that. So, yeah, why not? Right? Why not? So I'm going to be on the lookout for that. I mean, there were just a few opportunities. Not crazy opportunities, but there were. I think at least this opportunity this week, and then last week there were some as well that developed. So I'm definitely keen on making the most of this. All right, enough blabbering about that. So a higher time frame, market tested 38.2% level before extending to 127%. And it did that. It hit 41.67. When did it hit that? 41.67. Actually, you only hit that around 10:30 this morning in the day session. That's it. No other. So actually, I should say this higher time frame is now we are in an established downtrend. Medium time frame, we are also in a downtrend. And let's see if anything is developing here, volume profile wise. So we have this volume. I just extended the volume profile on the higher time frame, and yeah, it's a solid bell curve, solid normal curve here, solid normal distribution here. Some spots you can fill out, but pretty solid, nothing too crazy. What I'm going to do is, I missed doing this, is have a fib starting from the high of that level to the 100% level here, and price did retrace above 41.84 all the way up to 41.78. So let's see, I can't really make this out, guys. 1 second. So no, it was a standard move. All right. Yeah, so price did dip down to the low of the day. It did not retrace to the 61.8% level yet. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in. So market tested the day session in new downtrend fibs. Market still not tested. Retrace to 61.8% level of 41.84. Okay, so time frame downtrend, we're in a cumulus. So it's interesting. could be interesting in the next hour. One of the things I talked about yesterday was not hanging up trees past 10 till, so I'm going to be wary of that today. Let's see how this fib looks. Pretty close to that VWAP. Pretty close, but not quite, pretty close. And we're looking almost like it's a double bottom at this point. But it could go either way. Still has not confirmed, or it has not come up back here. So there is a high likelihood trade developing right now. If you guys can see this, if I put the 0% level at almost, right before opening of the day. But I'm going to count anything anything at or around 8 a.m. still as part of the day session, higher volume. So if we have that trend starting there, 0% level, which is the 100% level, which is the low of the day, and I retraced, but did not quite reach the 38.2% level before now getting to and retesting the low of the day again. So there's a good likelihood that we might come up to that 38.2% level before continuing to set lower lows, which is around the 41.47 level. Yes, around 41.47 level. So that would mean another 15-point drop for the day. So that would mean pretty sizable decrease since even in the afternoon. So and pretty sizable move, because I'd basically be expecting it to come up to 41.79 and then drop another 30 points in the next 40-50 minutes or so. So I'm going to be watching this. Obviously, I'm watching this. So yeah, let's see, a new downtrend, medium time frame. Normal distribution filled out nicely through day and afternoon session so far. From 8 a.m. swing high of 0% fib level of 0% fib level to 100% of low of day, 38.2% retracement is not yet hit and correlates closely with VWAP. That's it. Now lower time frame, we are choppy. Has not gone one way or another yet. So what do we got here? Lower time frame, retesting low of the day. Potentially we are potentially a double bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and enter that. If it picks me up, great. If it doesn't, that's fine too. Testing low today, potentially a double bottom for going up towards medium time frame, 38.2% retracement, and VWAP. What else am I seeing in the lower time frame? Nothing else yet. So let's go to my takes. And these are my takes and my takes only. Do not trade with these, or trade with them at your own risk. Okay, so I could have entered long. I mean, just a little bit. I mean, it also come back down and pick me up, so it's okay. Okay, so takes. We are in a go short. Go short. Take the enter at 38.2% medium time frame downtrend. So actually, that's 41.79, and the 61.8% retracement for the higher time frame is 41.84. So what happens if I move this 0% level up? No real confluence. 41.84 still. So go short, enter at 38.2% median time frame downtrend. Retracement. Actually, this is in my plays. What am I doing? Okay, so takes again. I double it here. So my takes is market retraces to 38.2% level, 38.2% median high downtrend level for continue to new lows. Market has hit double bottom and will now trend. Now end the week on a sharp uptrend. And then finally, market has found equilibrium between in the high volume nodes. No, what is it called? Inside the not the high volume node exactly, but the value area. Inside the value areas. Value area between 4180 and 4170. Between 4170 and 4180. And we'll end the day there. Okay, so we got our rough plays. Mark is definitely trending up at 2:20 p.m. So what I'm going to look to do here is look to enter on a retracement going long, because I'm much more confident in that happening now. I'm going to zoom in here a bit more. And I had 4179 as the first. So if I have it up here, it would be like that, something like that. Basically what I'm trying to do now is see, since I have this already, I'm going to move this over, guys. Oops. I'm going to move this over so it's not in the way. Excuse me. Not in the way. Yep, there's definitely a double bottom move. That's okay. I'm gonna have a more precise entry here anyways. So wherever I see a retracement happening, I will have my 100% level there and look to enter at a 61.8% retracement. And that could be coming here any second. Meantime, let's pull this back up. Go short, enter at 38.2% the intent frame. Go long, enter at a 61.8% or 38.2% lower time frame uptrend retracement towards the medium time frame 38.2% target. One thing I did not do today, which I have been doing the last few days while trading, is do my morning meditation, especially the Captain Metaphor meditation, and also this new meditation that I learned, not meditation, mental movie that I learned from one of my mental coaches. So I did not do that today, and so that's one of the other reasons I'm just like, okay, let's take it an easy day. It's okay. This higher time frame trading in the evening time is actually a pretty solid revelation for me. I think that's an easy thing to do for me, especially since I'm being more judicious about my trades anyways. Why not take more risk, 3, 4, 5 point stop loss, and look to enter trades with significant upside target-wise. So that's what I'm thinking. And yeah, we're coming up at 225. Prices is definitely swinging higher. Price is swinging higher. That means there's a lot more market orders coming in to the upside. And no real retracement so far. No real retracement so far. In fact, this is probably the only one, and it's quite a bit overextended. The thought process that I'm going through right now in my head is, fine, if I didn't enter this time, I'm going to follow my intuition and enter more quickly next time. And I think that is a very valid takeaway to have, is even as I'm typing this out, as I'm seeing things develop, just fucking enter. Excuse my language, but just enter. You know, if I'm seeing things, if I trust myself, just enter, you know? And not on a FOMO basis, but oh, you're seeing this, like it's actually happening. Okay, go ahead and enter. You know, you don't need to have this all written out and validated. You can see this developing. The more I do this, the more I do this exercise where I'm, you know, writing out my hypotheses and my takes, the more I can see, you know, what the market is doing, and especially if I do an analysis at night before I go to sleep, and you know, when the market opens, I think that could be very useful to have as well. So yeah, I'm curious to see how I could do this if I do some entries in the evening time when market opens. Big takeaway, actually. Learning to be more open-minded. Definitely learning to be more open-minded. Okay, so let's just say we hit the 100% level here. I'm going to move this up until there is a confluence with the medium time frame 38.2% level. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. There's something. 100% there's something. So 41.7920, and if I move this up just a little bit, you have something like 41.80. So let's see if I can refine this a little bit. Yeah, so around 40.79-ish. So there is entry potentially. Okay, let me see if I can compound that with a volume profile on this swing to the upside, and well, something there, but definitely something here. So I'm going to place the entry, since I'm being cautious here, I'm going to place the entry here at 41.6925. 2 point stop loss is solid. So basically, there's one target, which is the break even, to target at 127%, a third target at 161%. Okay, so this is what we have. Looking for a ideally 10-point target that will be hit in the last 30 minutes with this retracement. I'm counting on it coming down to hit my 38.2% level here, which also coincides with a low volume node as well. So that is what I'm thinking. But honestly, I can probably enter with a tighter stop loss. I'm going to enter with a 1-point stop loss because I will know if this breaks much sooner than when it actually does break. So 41.69.25. So my break even is sooner, and I will have my entries at the same level. So basically I'm risking a little bit less to enter this trade. Interestingly, we are right at VWAP on the 21-second time frame chart. So something to keep an eye out on, but I'm looking at the VWAP, the higher time frame, for making my trading decisions. We're going to continue to come back down. Let's see if there's any correlation here. No, still can come lower. In fact, though, there is a correlation between that 41.69.58. Actually, let's keep both of these on. $41.69, so I'm going to go a little bit higher up now. 41.69.50, so a little bit of a correlation there. So yeah, I'm going to play it a little bit safer, not so aggressive with my stop, or with my entry, but still be pretty aggressive with my stop. So 1 point, so I'm risking 150 here to gain. I'll tell you how much I could potentially gain. There you go. Pick me up. And took me out pretty immediately for a $160 loss. That was a good entry though, because I was more patient, not enter at the 38.2% level, 61.8% level, waited for the 38.2. So that's okay. It was a good entry. I just wonder if my stop loss was just too tight, given the day and the week and how it has been trading. So that's okay. I do think we may have exhausted on the move up, and my third hypothesis, my third take is now in play, which is the market is just going to hang out between 41.65, 41.70 to 41.80. I don't even think it's going to go back up above VWAP at this point. Could be wrong. Practicing patience. Patience, being playful. It's understanding that there is going to be another opportunity. Interestingly, no drop frames today. That's what it says, but the CPU usage is still very high, man. Still very, very high. Yeah, it's still 45, 50, and then the TS rate is another 20, 10, 50 to 20. So high CPU usage from OBS. The thing is, it's not consistent. When it will just only just spike up and then it will just be a give me like it work. Nope. Okay, so let's take a look here. Is there a correlation that I just did not take advantage of? There is one. Starting from the low before the market moved up. Still has not reached down to the 38.2% level, and that matches up with the 127% target. So there could still be another entry at this level here at 41.66. Let me see if there's a correlation from there. Stretching it. We could see a double bottom again. Or, I mean, just market could go anywhere right now. 35, we got 15 minutes left before I will consciously look to exit any open trades that I'm on. I can see myself, as I say it, already feeling the resistance to placing that certain rule that I have to abide by now, but it's for my own best, right? Yeah, I mean, the more I'm looking at this, the more I think the market is in equilibrium at this point. I do not see the buyers or sellers coming in strongly after all these crazy moves. I think the market has kind of found its equilibrium to close out the afternoon. So that's one thing I'm noticing is, yeah, there may not be, like this morning. Okay, so let's go back to this morning. So it already had this crazy move, and there's not as much of a crazy move afterwards. So yeah, so definitely afternoon and overnight is what I'm going to be focusing on. Two things which most other traders do not trade. Everyone usually trades the US Open, but the overnight and the afternoon sessions are something that people don't trade. So I think I found a little bit more of my product market fit. Where was the high for this? Was 41.7450. Yep, so right there. So, I mean, I guess it retraced to the 23.6% level. Still in this downtrend. Might go up, get exhausted, and move down again. No telling which way it could go. So I entered here at 41.66. Where did I enter? Let's look at my trade exactly. 41.69. And the low was 41.68. So if I had a 2-point stop loss, 41.69, 25, 67, 25, I would still be in this trade long with a 2-point stop loss. But since I moved it down to a 1-point stop loss, I got out of this trade sooner than expected. And I would have been in a break-even trade, I think. Let's see, would I have been in a break-even trade with a 2-point stop loss? I think that's enough validation for me to continue using those instead of using tighter stop losses. So 41.69.25, 41.73.50 would have been the high, or would have been my first target, excuse me. So it would not have hit my first target with that, with the 2-point stop loss. Would have still been in a positive trade so far, though. So I think before, even in my testing, I had used a 1.5-point stop loss, and that fared very well. And I just wanted to just keep getting it tighter and tighter because I saw so many trades where I was getting rewarded for being so precise. And that's just part of me that wants to figure things out exactly and just be so precise, and in the process missing out on making money. So yeah, increase my stop loss a little bit. 1.5 to 2 points is okay. Is ideal. I think that's a sweet spot right there between 1.5 to 2 points. And even 1.5, I would have still been in this trade. So yeah, let's look at that real quick. Stop loss. I don't know if I have that for so. Yep, just to with a 2-point stop loss, I would have been in this trade. Breaking target, I would hit. So anything 1 times 0 loss, I could have in this trade longer. Two good takeaways. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and take these notes right now. Two good takeaways is stick with the 2-point stop loss. So 2 points with 3 contracts is 100, 200, 300. Versus 1.5 is 75, 150, 225. Yes, I'm going to add 1.5 point stop loss, 2 targets. So I'm going to say 1.5 is 75, 75, 75, and this is going to be 187.50, no, 162.50. And then I'll lower this to there we go. So I'm going to save this. So with that, I would have entered at 41.69. So I'd have still been in that trade, 42.72.25, 72.25. There you go. I got my sweet spot. So really good to know. I think sticking will from now stick with 1.5 point stop loss, as I had done my testing on. And for wider move days / overnight, oops, why does it do that? Overnight nope, that's not what I'm asking. Get out of here. Overnight days, wider move days, or wider move or overnight entries use 3-point stop loss with 3 contracts, 4 to 5 point stop loss with 2 contracts, and 6+ stop loss with 1 contract. So in this case, if I would have entered here last night at 41.29.25, I would use a 3-point stop loss, and the high would have been 29.25. Yeah, I think for overnight entries, come on, just use higher stop losses. So if it's a 6-point stop loss for 1 contract, that's $300. And I think I will go up to $600 loss if it's an overnight entry that I'm confident. 4 to 6 point contracts, 2 contracts. Use 3 to 5 point. So if it's a 5-point stop loss, that's $250. That's $750. Yes, so 3 to 4. So if it's 4 points, that's 200, 400, 600. So for 4 contracts, sorry, for 4 points, I will go up to 3 contracts. For wider, use 3 to 4 point stop loss. 5 to 6, so 6-point stop loss with 2 contracts is 600 and 500. That's good. And then let's say it's a 7-point contract with 2 contracts. 7-point stop loss. My stop loss is 350, so 70. 5,700. 6 times 500, 600. The point is another 700. I think I'll be willing to do 750 in an overnight move. And then 8 plus. What is 7-point stop loss with 2 contracts? And 8 plus is 1 contract. Play both the higher time frame and lower time frame opportunities. Higher time frame with entries at the overnight open, and lower time frame with entries in the afternoon, like I have been doing. Alright, there it is, a 250, and look at that craziness. Didn't quite reach that 127% level, and just been choppy here between 4170, 4165-ish, and 4180. So exactly like I had predicted. Between 4165, or one of my takes that I had predicted.